Hello everyone, today we shall discuss question number 2.17 of the chapter motion in straight line. You see what is given. Figure 2.14 gives 2.14 gives the xt plot of a particle in one dimensional motion. Three different equal intervals of time are shown, in which interval is the average speed greatest and which is it the least. See, give the sign of average velocity for each interval. For each interval, you have to give the sign interval for velocity of each interval. So let us find what are the greatest and the least. For finding, we know that to find the velocity in x time graph, you have to find the you have to find the slope. Now we see how we finding the slope, that is the solution. Here we are finding the solution. So we want to find the slope at each point. Suppose at this point, let us find the slope at each point. Suppose this is the slope. The slope at point A is like this. This is the angle. The slope at this point is like this. Like this. But this is the angle. This is the angle. This is the slope. And at this point, suppose this point is A. The slope is in this way, and horizontal line is in this way. So this angle is maximum, right? Here the maximum angle, here the least, right? In each case, by default, the interval 3 is the greatest. Interval 3, that we are getting, that interval 3 is the greatest. Interval 3, interval 3 is the greatest. You can see from the figure also. Figure the greatest, and interval 2 is the least. Interval 2 is the least. You can find it also from the graph. The average speed of a particle shown in graph T is obtained from the slope of the graph. So we can write the average speed of a particle, the average speed of a particle, the average speed of a particle shown in the graph, shown in the xt graph, is obtained from the slope of the graph, the slope of the graph, in a particular interval of time, in a particular interval of time. And here you can see that the maximum slope is at point 3 and minimum is at 2, right? It is clear from the graph, it is clear from the graph that slope is maximum and minimum relatively in intervals 3 and 2. That slope is maximum in 3 and minimum in 2, and minimum in 2. So the average speed of the particle is the greatest in interval 3 and the least in 2. So the average velocity, the average velocity, the sign of average velocity, the sign of average velocity is positive in both intervals 1 and 2 1 and 2 as the slope is positive is positive as the slope is positive in these intervals however it is negative in interval 3. However it is negative in interval 3 in interval 3 because the slope is negative because the slope is negative in this interval. We can find the average velocity. Sign will be, in case of 1, in case of 2 will be positive, in case of 3 it will be negative, right? Thank you everybody for watching this video.